Hey you guys, it's Josh Vision. I'm here once again to bring to you another Vikings topic video. And the topic for this video is who is the true heir of Ragnar out of all his sons? Now we have to look at it from this standpoint. Now, I feel as though philosophically, at least from the earlier points, in the series, probably to about season three, about the halfway point after Athelson's death, or you could say right after Ragnar got the Tarby out of him by Rollo in the epic fight, that Ube and Bjorn sort of have more of a grasping of an understanding of their father in terms of what he wanted. We have to understand from season 2, episode 1, Ragnar clearly says, after the battle with him and King Horik against Jarl Borg, after the fight that, why do we fight each other and killing all our young folk and each other, when we could just raid all three of us together and raid and gain more lands for our people to farm. And once again, this is said the next season, in season 3, episode 1, in which he tells Bjorn, when the ice finally breaks, we're going to go back to Wessex and claim the land that King Egbert has promised us. That was always my dream. So we got two instances of Ragnar saying himself essentially, what his true dreams were. It was basically land for his people, land for them to farm and to work, which is the same thing Ube said, to Ivar when Ivar and all of them were arguing about what to do with fucking King Egbert. Ube said the same shit. Our father didn't care about the battles. All he cared about was farming and working for our people. That's all he cared about, Ivar. The raiding was just, even though he enjoyed fighting, it wasn't that important compared to the people. But now that I think about it, especially during the final scene between Ragnar and Ivar, I feel as though Ragnar at that point was kind of more realistic. His views obviously evolved throughout the show, but became more realistic. I think he's kind of understand the fact that, at this point in time, this whole thing about with him and Athelstan, when I believe season 2, episode 9, in which with him and Athelstan are both like, I wish there'll be a time in which your God and my God, can get along. Essentially, their people, can get along and all that crap. I think at that point, season 4 being when Ivar's final conversation with his father, that Ryan was like, this crap ain't gonna happen anytime soon. And out of all my sons, like he said before, a few episodes before that scene, he says, you have a strength that not even the others have. Ivar has the mind of Ragnar out of all his sons. Matter of fact, you could dare say he's smarter than Ragnar. Another thing that should be said is that he has the brutality needed, and he has the strength of character and all the shit that he's been through in his life, being a cripple, in a society. It gives him that added strength that not even Bjorn and all them, have. And I think, and he's much more of a leader. You can tell he's much more of a natural leader than Bjorn. Now, when it comes to Ube and Visik, it's kind of like, because Visik hasn't really shown us anything, but we've seen flashes. Same thing with Ube, but Ube seems to be much more concerned with, about maintaining his family, the loyalty of his family, make sure everyone's good, being that father figure, for family. Once Ragnar dipped, since he's the eldest brother, out of the kids Ragnar had with Aslog, and Bjorn was out doing his own thing with his own family. So, in terms of philosophy, I feel as though Bjorn and Ube definitely are the success in terms of philosophy when it comes to their father. But in terms of capability, in terms of leadership, in terms of what the people need in order to basically survive and gain, it has to be Ivar. It has to be. His mind makes him unpredictable. And combined with his other strengths, that's a great asset to have. And he's the most natural leader out of all his brothers. But what do you guys think? This is pretty much all I got to say in regards to this video. Write some comments down below. This is Josh Vision. Adios.